So I think Canada is going to be a very serious contender to be our 51st state. I think they have to become the 51st state.
We look forward to the United States beating our soon-to-be 51st state, Canada.
I say Canada should be our 51st state.
The threats pile on, and Canadians are angry.
We're nice people. We like to get along, but don't push us around.
No, proudly Canadian, I'd like to say that way.
That will never happen.
But a few don't share that rage.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind having the American dollar since our loonie is tanking, but let me know in the comments and give me a follow.
There is a movement in Canada to join us.
A pro-Trump reporter asked about them. Fox News is talking about it.
Well, Trump's idea of making Canada great again by turning it into the 51st state is gaining some serious traction, especially from Canadian citizens.
That's a big stretch. Polls show the overwhelming majority of Canadians in all parts of the country do not want to be part of the United States. Angus Reid Institute says 90% of us would not support joining the U.S. But who are the other 10%? And why do they want to be part of the states?
An online search leads me to Ryan Hemsley.
How did you feel when you heard Donald Trump say Canada should be the 51st state?
I was very excited. I've been dreaming about it since I was a kid. I don't actually believe that it's going to be a 51st state, but I do think it's an idea for a broader union between us.
Hemsley is 33 and just moved to Victoria from Calgary. He sells cars for a living and thinks he would be better off financially if Canada joined the U.S.
I know that just based on my work ethic, how hard I work, if I were to pay less taxes and have more access to trade and business opportunities, I know that I would be able to make more money.
Hemsley likes Trump, and he likes the way unelected billionaire Elon Musk is gutting government services.
Would you want that chaos to come here to Canada?
Well, it has to, because we have to fix it somehow. I'd much rather the chaos come here to quickly and efficiently deal with some of the issues Canada's facing.
Angus Reid Institute found support for joining the U.S. was highest in Alberta and Saskatchewan.
Yeah, there's a consistent group of the most alienated folks in the country that tend to center around these separatist movements and have for a number of generations now.
Take those poll numbers with a grain of salt, says political science professor Jared Wesley.
Most folks that have expressed this in polls to us have not really thought through the implications of it, and when tested on it, usually back away from those types of opinions.
There is overlap between people who support joining the U.S. and the separatist movement in Western Canada. This billboard in Bowden, Alberta, was paid for by a group associated with the Wexit movement. Longtime Alberta separatist leader Peter Downing now supports joining the United States. He says Canada should join the U.S. to guarantee security, especially in the Arctic.
The Americans do not want to pay for global defense anymore. They don't want to be the global policeman anymore. And whether you like that or not, that's not for us. It's not up to us to decide.
No mainstream political leader has come anywhere close to endorsing these views.
We will never be the 51st state.
It's never going to happen.
I see no enthusiasm for that notion.
There's a lot of overlap between these folks.
But what we don't know is what could happen if the economy tanks, says Shachi Curl from the Angus Reid Institute.
Canadians don't want this, but if we are in a situation where crippling tariffs are imposed and there is no relief over the long term, and or Trump ratchets up the pressure even more, it will give Canadians a moment for pause.
For now, Canadians are pretty much united. The 51st state doesn't fly. Tests of that resolve may yet come.